1970 wasn't just a year, it was a shifting tectonic plate in music history. The Beatles broke up, heavy metal was born, and absolute masterpieces were forged in the studio. These 10 global anthems defined a generation and still dominate your playlists today. Number 10, Paranoid by Black Sabbath, 1970. This entire heavy metal blueprint song was written in just 20 minutes. In 1970, the world didn't know what heavy metal was until Black Sabbath dropped this bomb. What makes this legendary track even more insane is that it was never even meant to exist. The band needed a 3-minute filler song to complete their album. Guitarist Tony Iommi came up with the blueprint riff, and the entire song was completely written and recorded in just 20 minutes. It became their signature anthem and birthed a whole new genre. Number 9, Your Song by Elton John. John Lennon famously called this track the first new thing since the Beatles. This was the track that launched a young Elton John from a struggling musician into an absolute global superstar. Written alongside his longtime lyricist Bernie Taupin, the song's raw innocence captured everyone's heart. In fact, it was so pure that John Lennon famously praised it, calling it the first new and exciting thing to happen to music since the Beatles split up. Number 8, Immigrant Song by Led Zeppelin. The band wrote this classic track during a tour stop in Iceland. Led Zeppelin was famous for their heavy mythological storytelling, and this track is the perfect example. The band wrote this classic track during a stressful summer tour stop in Iceland. Inspired by Norse mythology and Viking invasions, Robert Plant's iconic wailing battle cry and Jimmy Page's driving guitar rhythm turned this into one of the most powerful concert openers in rock history. Number 7, In the Summertime by Mungo Jerry. It remains one of the highest-selling physical singles of all time. If there is one song that perfectly captures the carefree vibe of the turn of the decade, it's this one. Mungo Jerry's debut single took the world by storm with its unique blend of jug band and skiffle music. It struck such a massive chord globally that it spent 7 weeks at number 1 in the UK and remains one of the highest-selling physical singles of all time, with over 30 million copies sold. Number 6, Black Magic Woman by Santana. This mega hit was originally a lesser-known track by Fleetwood Mac. Carlos Santana completely revolutionized rock by blending it with Latin rhythms and Afro-Cuban percussion. While this track became Santana's ultimate signature song, many people don't know that it was actually a cover. It was originally written and released a few years prior by a blues rock version of Fleetwood Mac. However, Santana's soulful guitar solos gave it the magical edge that made it a global phenomenon. Number 5, A BC by the Jackson 5. This smash hit officially knocked the Beatles out of the number 1 spot. 1970 was the year the world realized a megastar was being born. Fronted by a young 10-year-old Michael Jackson, the Jackson 5 brought infectious energy to the soul and pop charts. The hype was so massive that when ABC was released, it officially knocked the Beatles' masterpiece, Let It Be, straight out of the number 1 spot on the Billboard Hot 100. Number 4, All Right Now by Free. The band wrote this massive anthem just to cheer up disappointed crowds. Every great rock anthem has a funny backstory. The band Free wrote this massive stadium rocker out of pure desperation. After playing a terrible gig where the crowd was completely dead, they realized they needed an upbeat, high-energy song to cheer up disappointed audiences and close their shows. They wrote the riff in the dressing room right after the concert, creating an immortal rock radio staple. Number 3, Lola by the Kinks. The BBC originally banned the song for mentioning a commercial brand. The Kinks were never afraid to push boundaries, and Lola is proof. The song tells a controversial and ahead-of-its-time story about a romantic encounter with a trans woman. However, that wasn't why it faced trouble. The BBC actually banned the song from the radio because Ray Davies used the commercial brand name Coca-Cola in the lyrics. To get it back on the air, Davies had to fly all the way from America to London just to change the word to Cherry Cola for the single version. Number 2, Signed, Sealed, Delivered. I'm Yours by Stevie Wonder. This track earned Stevie Wonder his very first Grammy nomination. By 1970, Stevie Wonder was determined to take full creative control of his music. At just 20 years old, this track marked a historic milestone, as it was the very first single Stevie Wonder produced entirely by himself. The gamble paid off massively, spending 6 weeks at the top of the R&B charts and earning him his very first career Grammy nomination, cementing his status as a musical genius. Number 1, Layla by Derek and the Dominos. This ultimate love song was famously inspired by George Harrison's wife, and taking our number 1 spot is perhaps the greatest guitar anthem ever recorded. Layla was born out of intense real-life drama. Eric Clapton wrote this ultimate love song as a desperate, heartbroken declaration of unrequited love for Pattie Boyd, who was famously married to his close friend, George Harrison of the Beatles. Featuring the mind-blowing dual guitar work of Clapton and Duane Allman, its raw pain and legendary piano coda make it the absolute peak of 1970s musical brilliance. 1970 was an absolute powerhouse for music, but which of these timeless masterpieces is still sitting on your daily playlist? Drop a comment below, smash that subscribe button, and join the Haven of Tunes for more musical time travel.